Class, welcome to week 2. We jump in pretty quick to important content and assignments. So I hope you've all enjoyed week 1, getting to know each other. That's just a bit of a casual start to the course and a general introduction. And so after that, we jump right in this week. And this week is designed to help you start on that journey to choose a business. Some of you may have a business in mind. Some of you may have settled on a business, and some of you may have no idea what you want to do. That's fine if you are in any of those buckets. If you do have a business in mind, or if you've already decided on it, please go about these assignments as if you're still deciding, and so you can weigh different options and understand what this process looks like. If you don't have a business in mind, that's fine. This is helping you to start from the beginning and understand what options are even out there for an online business. So we'll start with this prepare assignment. You'll notice we're into this pattern I mentioned in the last video. We have two topics. Business model and idea generation is one topic with an assignment and a discussion board. And then demand and competition is your other assignment, also with the discussion board. We'll jump into project 1, instructions this week. That is not due this week. The instructions are here this week, so that's an important distinction to make. It's a big project. I hope you jump right into it, but it is not due this week. It just has instructions for this week. And then you'll have your weekly reflection. I'll tell you ahead of time, this is typically a longer screencast. I know I said that about week 1 as well, but these first couple screencasts as we get going, I try and get into a lot more detail than I typically would, just because the course is new to you. If you are new to iLearn, please note that I'm in the modules section right here. So you've got your home announcement syllabus modules is where I'm at. And that's where these screencasts take place. Everything is here in the modules section. So we'll jump into this first assignment, business model and idea generation. To do this, you will go through the case of the online business. Typically, I would pull that up. I'm having some technical difficulties this morning, so I can't walk you through the case. It's very straightforward. This is a Word document. You'll download it. It's about a page and a half. Read through it. It will give you a case of 3 different students considering what business they will start. And essentially, for this assignment, you will put yourself in as the 4th member of that group. And then you will make a recommendation. As with many things in this course, many assignments, there is not a right or wrong answer. Instead, I'm looking at how you consider the different options. And so this step here, as you write out your recommendation, providing your rationale for your decision is key, because that's really the crux of the assignment, is how you think through the question. And then at the end, regardless of your recommendation, share which business model you think would be best for the new company. There's some additional content down here, and so especially if you're unsure of what business you want to start, these are great insights into online business, the potential of online business, and will help give you some direction. I'll make a note about this last video, Russell Brunson and his secret magic box. It's a fascinating video. He's a great speaker, a former BYUI student. Please keep in mind, the only concern I have with this video is his secret magic box I don't think provides a lot of value, and I think that catches up to you in the end. And so I always have to add that disclaimer on here as you read that, because it's a very fascinating video. I've watched it. I think there are some sound principles that come from it, but essentially in that he describes some very, very basic content that he develops and promotes online, and I think he's missing the importance of having something of value. And you can have kind of a flash in the pan success, but if you want to build something lasting online, consider what you're offering the customer and make it customer focused to be successful long term. So I do need to add that disclaimer about Russell Brunson and his secret magic box, which is indeed magic. So no, the discussion board for this, I won't go into all of these discussion assignments because they all essentially say the same thing, and that is to respond to this prompt. That is your original post. That's what's due by this first due date, is your original post and your response to the prompt. And so this will walk you through step by step what to do. Please ensure your post is significant, meaning that it positively contributes to the discussion and is at least 75 words or about 4 sentences. And then just gives you some guidelines of how to go about the rules of engagements for discussion boards. Then your responses are considered separate to this, and so by midweek you need to respond to at least 2 classmates. So think about that a little bit. Those are your general guidelines for discussion boards. So we will jump into the next topic, demand and competition. This assignment has 2 parts, and it sets out a model that we'll follow throughout the beginning of this course, and that's to do a written response as well as an analytical assessment. A lot of our assignments have an Excel spreadsheet component as well as a written essay type response. To do this, you are going to need to establish a Google Ads account. We will use a Google Ads account throughout this entire semester. You will need to not only establish the account, but get to the Google Ads keyword planner. Now, typically, Google wants you to establish an account and enter billing information to get there. We are going to use Google Ads later on in this semester, and so we're going to use billing information. And so if you want to enter that in and just get to the keyword tool planner, that's the easiest way to get there. If you don't want to enter billing information until a later date, you can access the keywords tool planner. It just gets a little bit more complicated, but that's what those videos will walk you through: how to establish an account and how to get to the Google Ads keyword tool planner. This is very helpful because we don't have the second video is very helpful because we don't have websites established yet, and oftentimes Google Ads will want a website entered in before you get to the keyword tool planner. So the second video is designed to help you get there without having to jump through all those hoops. I will say Google Ads changes this semester by semester. It's astounding how quickly they change this interface. And so please watch this video. There may be others coming out from either myself or our administrator over the course to help you get to that. But this keyword tool planner is a huge part of your project 1 and of this assignment. So to do this assignment, you'll go through the case very, very similar to the case you did for the first assignment. In fact, it's just a continuation of that same group and same case with new considerations. And then you'll create an Excel spreadsheet. And on there, again, I apologize. I typically will show this spreadsheet. I'm having some technical difficulties with my computer this morning. But essentially, you will take down the demand for snowboards and demand for chess, right? Keywords for each. There's some examples shown in this spreadsheet to get you started. The demand will come from your keyword tool planner, and that's essentially how many times people are searching for that each month. So monthly demand for snowboard keywords and monthly demand for keywords around chess. You'll develop 10 keywords for snowboards, 10 keywords for chess, and you'll look at the demand and you'll say, oh, well, let's say snowboard gear is your keyword if I'm just coming up with it, or chess tactics. Those are very sort of generic, not effective keywords, but but for the purpose of our discussion, they'll work. Say those are your keywords. This Google Keywords Tool Planner will tell you how many times people search that in a month, and that will be your demand. Google Keywords Tool Planner will also tell you how many other companies are selling products for that or have websites about that subject, and that will be your competition. It will be low, medium, or high, and that's how you get demand and competition for that. The idea is that the sweet spot is to find something that has high demand, but not a lot of people are in that space. And so high demand and low competition is the sweet spot for keywords. And so if you're looking up different business ideas or different keywords for your business idea, it's helpful to know, oh, this is a business idea where a lot of people want it and there's not a lot of businesses out there, or not a lot of people want it and there's quite a few businesses out there. So you can kind of gauge the viability of a business idea that way. You'll have a discussion board based on that. It follows the exact same format as I mentioned before. You'll have a prompt and an original post that is due by the midweek due date, and then your response is due by end of week. We'll jump into project 1. I used to develop a separate video to this, but our course administrator, Brother Poole, has done a great job of walking you through step by step what this looks like. And so you will go to this file, your Web Business Decision Matrix, and that is project 1. Please note it has all of these tabs. So you've got 8 or 9 different tabs to fill out for this project, and ultimately the purpose of this is that you will input data and information about demand and competition that we just went through, and so you can see demand and competitive levels are 2 of those spreadsheets. You will look up information about how much it costs to start up a certain business, the time requirements that you'll have to put in there, the profit potential. All of that will filter in, and this spreadsheet walks you through step by step how to do that. There's little videos about each tab on how to do that, and once you get through that, it's a really neat project, because at the end of the day, it will give you a ranked recommendation to say, here's your top choice based on everything, all the information that you've put in. This is your top choice. And then you make a recommendation. You don't have to choose the number 1 recommendation from your spreadsheet. It'll give you your top 5 at the end. And so there's no requirement to take on that number 1 recommendation. You may say, I like number 3 or number 4 because of this or that. But it gives you a framework for making that decision. So this is a very powerful tool. If you don't have a business idea, this is a wonderful project to go through. If you do have a business idea, include it in here and then go throughout the assignment as if you did not have a business idea, and you can just get a sense of how to go about that decision, or how effective your idea may be. You may change your mind after going through this exercise. So that is project 1. That is due in week 4. That's not due now. But again, I strongly recommend starting on that, as that's just about the heaviest project we do in the course. So your last assignment is to do a reflection. You will do a weekly reflection from here on out. The only requirement for this is that it needs to be on a URL online, and needs to be at least 150 words. So when I say a URL online, you can start a free blog. Please do not purchase a website for this unless you already know which website you want to purchase. We will go through a huge project on how to purchase a website later on in the course. So no need to do that now unless you know what you want to go for. For this blog, you can you start a free blog online, Wix, Weebly, WordPress, Webs, anything that starts with a W apparently. But you can start any of those websites will have a free blog option. And as long as I can get to the URL, you'll submit the URL and the content from your reflection for this assignment. As long as I can get to that URL, then it doesn't matter which type of website or blog you use. So that will be your weekly reflection. So that is it. Big deep breath for week 2. Please reach out if you've got questions, and I'm excited to jump into this content with you.